All right, this week on Pay Dirt, we're going to do the actual prescribed burning. We've already got our fire breaks in. We're ready to set the fire and let it burn today. All right, before you get started burning, you always got to call and get a burn permit from your state forestry commission. We have a good one here in Georgia, and they'll, you call them and you give them the area you're burning, and then they'll look on a map and just make sure the winds are good and everything for any highways, or even sometimes even if you got some subdivisions close by, they try to kind of protect them people who's in, so you won't smoke out a subdivision. But that's the first thing, most important thing, and just go ahead and get your burn permit first, and they'll give you a number and you keep it, so if there's any problem you got the number for the permit. The most ideal time is like we're clear today. It's good. We got a little bit of wind, more than is probably optimal, but it's not bad. I mean, it ain't that we can't control it, but I like a wind, anywhere from 5 to 10 mile an hour. We got some today that's gusting up to 12, 14 miles an hour. So, you got to be a little more careful, obviously, when it's windy. And then you want to look at your humidity, and the lower the humidity, the better burn you'll get. And down here in the south, that's one of the things, is getting a good day with low humidity is hard to do. But like today, we got humidity around, I think it was 47% when I checked it earlier, about an hour or so ago. So it'll be good. And then obviously the later you get into the evening, then that humidity starts building up again. But it's prime right now. Lower the humidity, the better the burn. All right, we're up here at Rocky Branch, up here at our farm on the north side of Realtree Farms, and I'm fixing to light this backfire here, and we're starting our controlled burning, and got the wind switching a little bit with us, all out of the west or north and northwest. So switching a little bit, but we all right, because it's all at least staying out of the north or the west. So we're getting it done today. All right, as you can see here now, we got a natural fire break here. This road here will act as a fire break, and so this wind's hitting us in the face right here, so we'll start our back burn on this side of the road here into the wind and let it start and get on out, and then we can go on the other side on our fire break down by the hardwoods and get our head fire coming this way. We got a good fire break here, and that fire probably would not jump it, but you want to start your backfire and get away from your fire breaks and let it burn on out there, 20, 30 yards if you can. And then you can go start your head fire, and it's going to come on through when you get that wind behind it. It comes on pretty quick, and that just decreases the danger of that fire jumping your fire break and getting over here. We got a bedding area over here, as you can see how thick it is. And this is one of our bedding areas for our deer, and turkeys will nest in there too, but we've never run a fire through there. And you can see the difference in the pine population and also all the underbrush and different trees growing in there, how thick it is, versus all this out here where we've been running fires through. We got this area here, as you can see, firebreak around this area here. We got some oaks planted out here, so we got this whole perimeter around these planted oaks here that just to protect them oaks and not let that fire get in there to them, because they can't take a fire as young as they are. Even older oaks, got to be real careful with them, because a fire will bust the bark on those trees and make them where they won't produce. So oaks can't stand too much fire. You got to be sure enough careful if you start burning around oaks. Have not a whole lot of fuel in there, so it's better just to kind of stay out of them hardwood areas. Right here's the reason we're burning right here. Open this stuff up for them turkeys. When all this starts greening back up, man, the turkeys are in here thick, and then as it comes on up, there'll be good nesting areas for the hens and plenty of good bugging areas for the poults whenever they hatch out. One thing we do on this drip torch here, what you want to do is mix about 2 parts diesel and 1 part gas. That diesel's got a lot of oil in it. It helps stick to when it first comes out, it'll actually stick to the vegetation better. And obviously the gas at night's a lot better. So you want to do about 2 parts gas, 2 parts diesel, 1 part gas. What you want to do when you do a prescribed burn like this, what you're doing is you're burning off the grasses and the litter that's on the ground, and there's your seeds in the seed bed that's already there naturally. Whenever you do burns like this, you'll release them seeds, and you'll get blackberries, dewberries, and you'll get a lot of native grasses. Like we got this sage and all in here. So that's the reason in doing it all. And obviously one of our prime reasons is to do these areas like this is to really keep it more open, so it really improves the turkey population. They feel a lot better moving through stuff like this that's open and all. They're not, in such thick cover, worried about predators and all. Yeah, that's an example of what it does for you right here, is not burned, and us running a fire through here, like every couple of years burning this stuff like this. Some people do it on a 2-3 year rotation. We usually burn like every 2 years on it, just to keep it down, because like I said, on this area in here we're doing is where we're really concentrating on turkeys.
This week's featured property comes from Morgan County, Missouri. This 120 acres, located near Stover, would make a great recreational retreat. There's several campsites on the track, and a small pond makes for great fishing right on the track. The huge block of timber holds a lot of deer and turkeys, and there's a lot of small game too. The owner would consider subdividing the track if the track doesn't quite fit your budget. This track is located just a few miles away from the Lake of the Ozarks for family fun and fishing during the summer, and just a great place to get away. So if you like this property, or properties like this anywhere in the country, you need to check out realtreeuc.com today and let a Realtree Land Pro find you your dream property.
Okay, we got our back burn going down there on that fire break down there. So now I got this chufa plot here that it's not going to burn across, and so this will be kind of another break right here in it, and I'm going to go down here and start this head fire. It depends on what you're looking for when you burn. If you really want to get it down to the bare ground, a backfire will actually burn a lot slower, and as it burns slower, it obviously just burns more of your litter and everything off of the floor, and opens the ground up even cleaner than a head fire will. But and a lot of people will use that, especially if you're, you know, burning for the first time and stuff. But with us having burnt this on a regular basis, then, you know, you hadn't got near as much clutter on the ground as you would have if you hadn't run a fire through it before. All right, this area here, we was able to run a fire through about 3 weeks ago, and we've had some cold, rainy weather, but it's starting to moderate a little bit, these temperatures. And as you can see, this right here, this is the kind of stuff we're looking for. Got all them native grasses starting to pop back up and coming in here. And I've been through here, and man, I see turkeys out here all the time. So this is what we're looking for. We're gonna get out of that fresh burn we're doing today. All right, you can see the fire in the background, and this right here is what you're trying to achieve right here, to get this look right here. And it won't be long when we got all these forts and stuff sprouting and them grasses coming back, turning green. Them turkeys will be in here on it, and it's gonna be good. We've got opening day.